What's up guys, it's Giuseppe here, back at you with a Yu-Gi-Oh theory. We all know who Dante is. Yu-Gi-Oh wise, he's the bread and butter of any Burning Abyss deck, but also, going off of card artwork, a guy who travelled through the Burning Abyss, met Virgil and got to a better place with Beatrice, becoming the Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss. Now, that's where Konami wants you to think his story ends, because that's where the Burning Abyss story ends. But what if I told you that that was not where his story ends, and he kept his meta relevance by becoming one of the key players in another meta deck? To start, let's look at Dante the Traveller. He's a regular looking guy with red armless tunic and black shirt combo. From his sword placement we can tell he's left-handed, as swords are generally holstered on the opposite side to your dominant hand. He also has brown looking eyes and long bluish hair with a leafy band around his head. He also appears to have an affinity for belts and pouches. Now, comparing Dante the Traveller to Dante the Pilgrim, we can see that after his pilgrimage he has much more piercing blue eyes, and has also swapped out his red sleeveless tunic and black shirt combo for a white cassock, brandishing turquoise gems surrounded by gold. This will be relevant later. He has also swapped out his sword for a much more divine turquoise gem in a gold housing upon a wooden staff in his right hand, showing he is now right-handed. This getup is also much more golden than his original getup. We can also see he now likes to strike a pose with his left hand open in front of him with a gem receptacle in his right hand. Now, assume his ascension after his pilgrimage through the Burning Abyss was not the end of his story. Would it not be much of a jump to assume that he would take the form of a traveller with blue hair, striking a similar pose with an outstretched left hand with a gem receptacle in his right hand? Also, his new form would also brandish gemstones surrounded by gold across his body. It may also not be too much of a leap to assume that the turquoise colour of the gems may have been due to the lighting in the area where the artwork is taking place. So, using this info, we would be looking for a character with blue hair and blue eyes, covered in blue gems surrounded by gold across their body, and brandishing a gem receptacle in their right hand with an outstretched, open left hand in front of them. Using this information, there's only one obvious candidate. He now has a gem receptacle without a staff in his right hand. He has an open left hand stretched in front of him. He still has blue hair and eyes. He has gems surrounded by gold as buttons on his coat, and even one on his belt. He's adopted the red colour scheme as an homage to his original form in which he travelled the Burning Abyss, as he has now, after his pilgrimage through the Burning Abyss, become a traveller of sorts again. He's become a travelling entertainer. He has become Perform Pal, Pendulum, Sorcerer. Now, Konami left all the clues there, and the only reason you need to do some digging to figure this out is he has covered his face to hide his identity. But this theory leaves one question unanswered. After his ordeal as the traveller of the Burning Abyss, why would he become a travelling entertainer? That is a theory for another day. I've been Giuseppe, and this has been a Yu-Gi-Oh theory.